Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I'm pretty sure you've already seen the awesome film and you are fully aware of the basic plot, so I'm not going to bother going through all of that here. One of your mates will be more than willing to fill you in on the ins and outs of the film otherwise, and you will therefore have suitable grasp of the plot of the game. If you have already played the game, then my condolences. The game, in short, is set in stages in which objectives are needed to be completed without you dying, with various activities carried out in each level consisting of fighting, shooting, obstacle driving and working through mazes which go a little something like this. Stage 1. Duel against the T-1000. Stage 2. A mental chase between a truck and a motorcycle. Stage 3. Repair the wrist of the T-800. Stage 4. Sarah Connor escapes the psychiatric ward. Stage 5. Another skirmish with the T-1000. Stage 6. Fix the T-800’s mechanical eye. Stage 7. Fight against a shed load of SWAT units. Stage 8. Escape a helicopter. Stage 9. Beat up another Terminator. See? Now, after that, the game seems mega exciting, right? The graphics are big and colourful and animated reasonably well, and the opening screen is well presented with some decent renditions of Arnie and the T-1000. A good SID-chip version of the Terminator theme plays with some effective sound effects and jingles throughout the game, so that's not where the flaws lie. Undoubtedly, the biggest talking point of this game is its difficulty level. The fighting sections require some strenuous joystick maneuvers and skill to succeed, and the second level that involves escaping on motorbike through the storm drains requires almost Jedi-like reflexes to avoid obstacles whilst navigating along the rapidly scrolling screen. The T-800 has rescued John, and he's on the back of its Harley Davidson. This gives you 2 energy bars to worry over. If you go too slowly, the Juggernaut bumps into the bike and John loses energy, so it's best to keep the joystick pushed forward to keep accelerating. However, going fast means you have less time to dodge road obstacles, and each hit drains T-800 energy. It's a tough level. The basic course wraps around 5 times before you complete it. I can vividly recall many moments of joystick hurling frustration at being cheated from progressing to the 3rd level, a matter of inches from the end of the storm drain. Persistence would eventually pay off to the more tenacious gamer, but I wasn't one of them, and with a few notable exceptions, level 3 often ended my lofty ambitions of preventing Judgment Day. However, you need to persevere. If you get past this level, your energy is likely to be low, so thank God you get an opportunity to replenish some energy in level 3. It starts with a picture of the T-800's hand control wires in the correct order, then they're scrambled and a 60-second timer starts. Use the joystick to move a cursor around, then press fire to select a piece of puzzle, which can then be pushed up, down, left, right to swap with the neighbouring pieces. It's easy to do, not really a puzzle at all. The only difficulty is in getting it done quickly. Depending on your success here, you get some crucial energy back. With the T-1000 temporarily lost, John orders the T-800 to help him rescue his mother, who has been committed to an insane asylum after trying to blow up a computer factory. Sarah isn't simply waiting to be rescued though. She's been training hard, and level 4 sees her escape attempt. Armed with a sawn-off broomstick, she takes on the orderlies and doctors in a multi-storey asylum. The level is basically a maze where you must run left and right looking for lifts to take you up or down. I wasn't a fan of this level whatsoever. After this, the T-800 arrives to help complete Sarah's escape, only to meet the T-1000 for another fight. This time, the T-1000 is wearing a different uniform and the background has changed, but gameplay is much the same as level 1. The aim is to floor your opponent with a minimum of energy loss yourself. Here you see the T-800 with half his face gone and the metal pieces scrambled. It's another puzzle level. Once again the aim is to move the tiles so they resemble the start picture. The pattern's a lot more complex though, and unlike the wires, each piece has its own individual slots, plus the control system seems tougher. Getting all your energy back here is a real challenge, and an increasingly frantic soundtrack increases the pressure. Here, the T-800 runs through the Cyberdyne lab in much the same way as servers Asylum Jones. The difference is guns. Both the T-800 and SWAT police sent to stop it are armed to the teeth. Ammo is unlimited, but the cops wear body armour and take several hits to go down. You can duck bullets, but must be stood to fire. This is probably the best level, with decent action throughout. Now you're escaping from the labs in a SWAT van. This is much like level 2, with a vertical scroll and numerous road obstacles. Again, there are 2 energy levels, the T-800's decreasing with collisions and servers with fire from the pursuing police copter. This time though, server can fire back, and a targeting cursor floats behind the van. The most sensible tactic is to just keep the cursor central whilst dodging the obstacles and hoping the helicopter keeps in range. The chase ends with the chopper exploding. Not that it worries the pilots, our friendly T-1000, who takes on the T-800 for one last time. Stripped to the metal, both characters are impressive, while the Steelworks background is nice. The T-1000 has improved in toughness, and beating him will need good energy reserves. In all, Terminator 2 is a decent conversion that remains fairly faithful to the movie. It was released at a time of renewed optimism for the Commodore 64 platform in the face of the Sega Nintendo invasion, and represented fairly well of what the trusty Commodore 64 was capable of. The cartridge was bundled with the basic Commodore 64 system at the time, and I had plenty of fun borrowing my friends, and thus bypassing the multi-load alternative of the cassette version. Terminator 2 is difficult, but is it worthwhile? Well, there certainly isn't much in the way of originality. Most of the levels show gaming rust spots, nor are they sensationally implemented. Apart from the puzzle levels, it's also disappointing that the T-1000 never gets to show off its unique capabilities. If during one of the fight scenes one of its arms had transformed into a flashing blade, that would have been great. But the programming team didn't see the film until relatively late, so maybe that's understandable. However, the levels are all well programmed, the graphics are good, and gameplay enjoyable. Apart from the superb intro music and puzzle soundtrack, in-game sound is confined to a low, ominous semi-musical drone, with the reasonable sound effects on top. Although none of the levels are in themselves brilliant, there's a strong compulsion to progress. You want to see the game develop, plus there's satisfaction in winning through with more energy. Give it a whirl and see what you think. Thanks for watching the video guys, I massively appreciate the support. So please hit the like button and let me know what you thought of Terminator 2 in the comment section. Also, if you're not already subscribed but are enjoying the Commodore nostalgia, then please consider subscribing to the channel and joining me on this epic road trip down memory lane, where the main objective is to unearth some absolute gems and bring back those fantastic memories from our youth. There's plenty more games on the channel and another coming up straight after this, so hope to see you there. Until then, thanks again, and bye for now. Good luck, and remember,
I'll be back.